Hi guys, I'm Ryan, and I'm an art student. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel, where I talk about art, design, photography, and essentially anything else that interests me. As you probably noticed, not only am I reading from a script right behind the camera, I've changed my clothes and we're on my porch. But what you didn't see, thanks to the magic of video editing, is that intro that you just watched took me 3 days to film and edit because I've never used Premiere Pro in my life. But thanks to YouTube, I figured it out. But I've also learned that doing this old YouTube thing is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Anyways, so for this first episode, I think that we're going to talk about film photography, my latest obsession. If any of you guys follow me on Instagram, you've probably noticed that instead of like random pictures of life events every like 6 to 8 months, you now see a bunch of film photography pictures. I picked up shooting like I don't know, maybe 6 months ago now, and I've been doing it off and on since then, and I really enjoy it. So we're going to talk about how I got my start. So prior to coming to SCAD, I really didn't like photography. I didn't really think it was art. I thought it was essentially just, you walk around with a camera and then you see something going on and then you take a picture. It requires essentially zero skill, and like that was it. And I pretty much thought that way up until I met my roommate Liam. Shout out Liam. I'll link his Instagram in the description. And he's a photography major at SCAD, and he really like opened my eyes to what photography really could be. His work is really beautiful. I love it. It's he's a film photographer. He does like street photography, portraits, landscapes, etc. Basically the whole gambit. And I got to talking to him about it because I'm an industrial design major, so I don't do any of that kind of thing. And we sort of went back and forth about it. He showed me some of his pictures and like talked to me about like how he just walks around Savannah and talks to people, takes their pictures, etc. I thought it was really cool. And eventually he was gracious enough to actually give me a film camera. So I got my start on an Olympus XA with an A11 flash. I really hope this is in focus because I don't know how to use the autofocus on the Nikon I'm shooting this video on. But anyways, it's got a clamshell, I believe that's what it's called, a clamshell like lens cover. It's a rangefinder, which is something at this point when I had gotten this, I knew nothing about any of this kind of stuff. I just figured, I thought all cameras worked the same. I figured that I would just look through this little viewfinder, adjust the focus, and like I would be able just to see it change. I had no idea that rangefinders had a rangefinder patch and you had to line those things up. So for probably about the first like 3 months, 2 to 3 months of shooting, I was literally guessing all of my exposures, guessing all of my focus, the whole thing. Like I literally had no idea what I was doing. And I had no idea what ISO was. I just knew that it was a number on the film canisters I was buying. I knew nothing. And it was really fun. I would just walk home from class and I would just take pictures on my walk home, and that was it. It wasn't anything, I wasn't even really trying to be like really artsy with it, just sort of documenting my day. I'm gonna put in a bunch of pictures from the early days of my film photography, and I'll probably just be a voiceover over this stuff, just talking about them. But yeah, it was really fun. SCAD has like a photo lab for the photo students, and I would get them developed for free, which was awesome. And then I would go with Liam and I would pretend to be a photography student so I could get into the film department. and I would scan all my stuff myself and then edit them when I would get back to my dorm. And it was really awesome. I learned a lot from like looking at the other film kids that like knew what they were doing, and they were gracious enough to like sort of help me along and like sort of explain some stuff to me, which was really nice. So I was able to slowly figure it out. So after a while of shooting, I eventually upgraded to this thing right here. It's a Canon AE-1 program because I am really into the whole auto exposure thing. It helps me so that I can focus on composition and making like something that I consider like beautiful without having to worry about like, oh no, I underexposed this like 3 stops, so now this looks like a muddy mess. So yeah, I love this camera. I think I've had it for like 3 or 4 months now. It's got like a standard like 50mm lens on it, and it's got some like random filter on it. I'm gonna read it out for any of you like film nerds that will like know what this is. It's a Kenko MC1 52mm. I don't know what I've looked it up like once trying to figure out what it does. I think it like changes the focal length a little bit, so it makes it a 52mm, so it's like a little tighter of a focus. But I don't actually know. So if anybody knows, I'm interested to know what this thing actually does. And so I've been shooting with this for a while now. I really enjoy it. It's an SLR, which is something I'm much more into because I can actually see like myself focusing, which is nice. I really enjoy it, and it really helps take like, I guess, the stress out of like all the settings and things, so I can really just focus on shooting exactly what I want to shoot, which is awesome. So when I'm shooting, I predominantly shoot landscapes. I like to go hiking and camping, and I'm really a big road trip guy, so I just sort of bring this around wherever I go, and I just take pictures of whatever I think is cool. Yeah, inspirationally, I lean towards, well, since I'm an art student, I kind of take inspiration from everywhere, and since I have no real background in film or anything like this, I tend to draw inspiration from like painters and artists like that. Like I really like Japanese artwork from like the Edo period, like Hokusai, Kuniyoshi, those kinds of people. I really like how their landscapes look. They're like very like wide and very like placid and relaxing, and I try to do the same thing with my photography. I also really like, from a photographer standpoint, I really like Ansel Adams. Like I know it's like a super basic answer, but I think that his black and white work is so awesome. Like I really want to try to emulate that in my work at some point. Yeah, I guess future plans for this whole film photography thing. I want to eventually get a medium format camera. Like 35mm is cool and all, but like I really would like a larger resolution negative. That would be cool. I just bought a cable release, so I'm gonna start doing some more like nighttime photography. I might buy some Cinestill 800T, do some of that kind of stuff, you know, just so I can really be a film bro. Probably some other art-related videos that aren't just photography. I'm really into graphic design. I'm a freelance graphic designer. That's my side gig. I actually work in a restaurant, which is like sort of an L, but you know, gotta pay the bills somehow. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna make some videos on like, you know, Procreate drawing, maybe some actual traditional work, which is something I want to get back into. And yeah, just sort of like whatever I'm really feeling. I think I want to do at least like 1 or 2 videos on like my thoughts on art in general. Just like maybe a video on like, I don't know, my favorite painters or like some designers I'm really into. I'd like to do some videos on like industrial design. There aren't that many videos. I've looked around for like SCAD students to do industrial design, or really just like industrial design in general. And I think that would be something that maybe other people would find like helpful or useful and maybe interesting, maybe not, I don't know. I'd really like y'all's feedback on what I can improve on for these videos. Like I said, this is essentially just like a passion project. Like I'm really just sort of doing this because I'm waiting for school to start, really. And yeah, I would love your like feedback on like anything. My commentary, maybe I'm super annoying, that would be helpful, like camera angles or like just video ideas. I know I put it on my Instagram about a Q&A, but I didn't get to that fast enough because I like have shot this. This has been 5 days of me shooting this video and trying to like figure it all out. So I think I lost all the Q&A questions. So I apologize for that, but you know, we'll get them next time, I guess. Let's see. I'm gonna do some shameless plugs now. I have a photography print store, so I'm gonna put links in the description for that. And I would love it if you guys would check that out. You know, give me some feedback on that. And you know, maybe buy a print. You obviously don't have to, but you can. And I've done some test prints. I can 100% guarantee that they're actually like really good quality. I'm like very pleasantly surprised by the quality of the prints. And in addition to doing photography prints, I also have a TeePublic store. So I sell t-shirts, stickers, mugs, pillows. Essentially, I'm just uploading my designs and they can go on just a huge variety of things. And if you're into that kind of stuff, then please check it out. I mean, yeah, it really helps the channel. And yeah, thanks for watching my, you know, short little YouTube video on sort of an introduction to the channel. And hopefully we'll have more videos to come. So, you know, stay blessed and have a great day, y'all.